Alright, so the other thing that you guys have to do is the pre-production 2, I guess, whatever. You're blocking in a turntable for your model, and you are continuing to work on the model itself. Um, so I would just before we go forward, so this is a sort of weird interim week where just get as much done on your model as you can. Um, Next week, the final model will be assigned and it'll be due the week after. So as of getting this assignment, you have 2 weeks before the final model is due. So that's like final model, like the one you're shouldn't be working on anymore, should be ready to go in UV and texture and all that stuff. So again, 2 weeks from as of assigning this assignment until your final model is due. All right, so apart from that, just continue working on your model. Start your turntable. So I have videos that go over how to do this, but basically you're just going to take your model, pop it into a new scene, and build a turntable around it. So this requires some kind of platform for your object to sit on, some kind of backdrop. Again, make sure that you're not just seeing off into the Maya void. I don't want to see any just random like background images from HDRIs in there. And then, light it however you want. So basically, I don't care how you light this, as long as you're using either an HDRI, a physical sky, or area lights, or IES lights, or basically anything that is an Arnold light that's not a dome light without anything mapped into it is pretty much fine. So you can combine these, I don't care. But just, again, work out something and try to get your lighting as final as possible. So we'll look at that going forward. Give you feedback on that, and then you can tweak it before you render out your 500 frames or whatever for the, where am I going? For the turntable. So you should also reference or import your model into the turntable scene. So you can just throw in, like, import your Maya file for now, like, that's totally fine. Referencing is also easy. It just basically, if you update your model file, it'll update in the turntable, but I think that might be a little bit more than people kind of want to deal with for this, so importing, again, probably fine for this. You'll just need to throw in your object every time you make an update or you want to render stuff. Alright, so apart from that, animate your turntable, spin for 5+ seconds. I don't really care how you do this. I do go over this in the video about doing a turntable. And you just want to do a play blast of the turntable, which I go over all of this in the video. It's a fairly straightforward process. And then again, just the HDRI backdrop. So that's the turntable itself. There's also a weird like sub part of this assignment, which is shooting the HDRI backdrop where your object is going to be overlaid for your final composite later. So I'll go over that in like 2 seconds. So this whole thing is worth 4 points. Basically, the only thing I really want is the updated Maya file with your object in it, and then the play blast of the turntable, and also the HDRI backdrop image. -5. Okay. Cool. And the main reason I want this now is just so I can, again, give you feedback if anything looks like it's going to be really hard to copy your image and that kind of thing. That's basically that. So it's 3 files. Please don't zip anything. For the turntable, it should be compressed with media encoder or similar. Handbrake is also a thing that you can use if you, for some reason, can't access media encoder, but you should all have access via Drexel and their like COVID-y programmy stuff. Alright, so that's most of this. So again, keep working on your model, start a turntable. You don't need to render it, just making sure that like technically it's set up correctly and all that kind of good stuff. And then do the, actually, sorry, I am adding one more thing into this, and that is a one render any frame in the turntable to proof lighting. Alright, so apart from that, please also just pick a frame in your render where you think the object looks halfway decent, and then just do a render, again, to proof the lighting, just to make sure there's no overtly terrible shadows or anything like that. Alright, so this HDRI backdrop, this is basically going to be, I'm going to put, I think, a video in the week playlist just sort of going over, like, basically what it is, but effectively it's, you take a picture of, actually, here, this is probably a better thing. So basically what this is the last thing you're doing for the Model 2 assignment as well. So you're going to take your lit, or your rendered, what am I saying? Good God, sorry. You're going to take your textured object, and basically you're going to take a picture of a background, and you are going to overlay your object into that so it looks like the object is sitting in the space itself. There's also some other stuff you have to do with, like, AO passes and other things I'll go over later. But basically that's what it is. So pick a place that you want your object to be sitting, and you're going to go ahead and just comp your object in later. I'll probably make a more specific thing about that. I do have some videos that kind of, again, go over that. So I'll find some example and kind of throw like an example picture in the background. But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. I can clarify any questions if people have them. But yeah.